USDs, right?
Yes, USDs.
Yeah, I managed to catch the buy only, not the sell.
Or the CHF. Remember we spoke about like these guys when they somewhere during NFP and then I said they are going to come in this area to validate this area, then go about more than 50 pips. So those for those who traded NFP, the buy was like 300 pips.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, me also I closed on Friday. I went out here somewhere. I think they retraced somewhere around here. When I saw this consolidation, then I went out because I didn't want to hold overnight trade. And then today I see they woke up with a correction. Okay, they're correcting, but it's still a buy. Remember, they have to push upwards now. So I believe now they've completed wave 2. So they are now doing wave 3. So what they do is they have to trace and correct for wave 2 correction, of which they're in the zone. So we are expecting them to go up, like anytime soon. Anytime soon, and then we have our target. So remember our first target. It's still valid. Our first target is still around in this area. So we're still waiting for these guys to come around that area. So that's the new update. Like they are correcting for this zone. This is a 1 hour chart. Titan is 15. Maybe they might correct one more push down and then up. So they might do this. Did I put the arrows here? Yeah, I did. So they might do this here. So this is a 1, 2, 3. Then they might go one more down, and then they'll go up. Or else when they break out here, then you buy that one. So that's our weekly focus. But as you saw earlier on, I posted something about the trade page because you have to understand what's happening in this week. So also since we are the dollar traders, so we'll check USDCAD. So today we are going to do USDCAD because we want to understand so that we check that movement. So in these times now, like as you see, we are almost on the end of the year. So what you do is you have to trade momentum, like you have to trade that volatility, that volume the market gives you, because you won't get so many entries because yeah, the market is, we are on the end of the year. So I'm going to start it from scratch, but I believe you guys have seen one of my analysis on USDCAD before, but for the sake of who didn't see it and those other guys who we haven't followed us before, this is the opportunity for you to see how we do our things. So we go on monthly. The reason we go on monthly, we want to check the trend, like what happened before. So as we are checking the trend, what happened before, you can see that we have USDCAD, which was trending. Here it was a downtrend before, right? And then there was a breakout at this area. So we have this zone. So we also mark the zone. That's a good part of going on higher time frames. This is how we get the zone and understanding in which level are we in. And this one, this is a monthly. And which other level should we consider? We have to consider this one. So here I haven't started analyzing. I'm just plotting the levels that I'm considering, what the market is actually doing and respecting. Okay. Can you guys Just give me a moment. I have clients down by the reception. I'm just gonna check who is it. These people are supposed to come in hour earlier, but I don't know what happened. But don't go away, just hold on for me. I'm coming right now. Then we'll continue with our session. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much for your patience. So the reason why we go on the monthly time frame, we will be checking the levels, like where are we, and in which trend were we in before, or what's happening in the market, which level are we in. So, but mostly on monthly, we'll be checking the trend. So in the structure which the market is forming on a bigger time frame. So as you can see now, from this point to that point, there's this trend line. So how do you draw a trend line? You join the first 2 points, 1, 2. So these are the first 2 points that we join. And then so you check also was it no, it was not a equilibrium trend. So then the other one, it goes to that leg. So we join from that leg. Exactly. So this is what you get. So here it shows that this market, it was a downtrend before, and then there was a breakout here, and then a retest which came around that area. So with our strategy now, what we do is we check the retrace, how deep was it, or to what extent did it retrace. So you would use your Fibonacci 2, and then we could see that so the retrace, it actually came in the top one zone. That was a massive retrace. So this was a massive retest. Okay, as you can see, there we go in that zone. So now it confirms that it was a wave 2, but in this case, it was a very deep one. So we come here and then start labeling that we have our 1, because we have confirmed our 2. That one is our 2, right? So from here, it's now easier, like I explained last week, that with our Fibonacci 2, we have some customized levels whereby they also confirm where to target your wave 3 on your take profit targets. As you can see here, the came for this take profit target number 1, because our wave 2 was so deep. So in other ways, is if wave 2 is around 61.8% here, if it's shallow, it means that our target for wave 3, it tends to be around TP3. I call it a swing target. Is easy. Okay. So because now it was so deep, that's why we target TP1 in this scenario. Then we come here. So automatically this becomes our wave 3. So after getting wave 3, let's talk about wave 3. Why is it wave 3? Remember, with the principles, say it has to be more than around in the range of 6.28%, 106.8%. So here, as you can see, it was so obvious. Like you see, if you go down to weekly, we had our wave 1 here for this for this movement. I've done this thing, like, for those who followed me since 2018, 2019, we spoke about this movement, and all these things which are happening today, we spoke about them. Like, you see, and then that's how good our strategy is. It goes back to a very long time. So from there, we have our 1, 2, the inner one, and then our 3 there. So if you have any questions, you can actually type on the chat box and ask. Will come to you. So we have our 4 there. I'll explain these ones, and then we have our 5. I think if you go on our YouTube channel, you can as well get these videos, because we have done this thing like now and again, but it's good to revise again. Right. So now can you notice something? What is happening here? This market, this wave, it's actually moving in a channel, number one. And then number two, it's actually also confirming our strategy. You get what I'm saying? So in other ways, someone will come and say A, B, C, D, and E, but that's the same way of labeling because it's a channel. Yes, you can do that. So meaning to say that whoever is going to trade that way, they will be targeting this wave to go up there. Their E, right? Okay, yes, for their E, it's fine. But as of us, like we know, correct? No, this way it has to what? It has to be an impulsive way because we are actually checking it in this way. So within this channel, our next target now is going to be coming to that point. Can you see that? So this is the reason why I am actually showing you with this red support and resistance zone or trend or horizontal lines. I mean, not trend line. So this is the final target that what we are expecting, and this there's someone who's making it. I think let me just mute everyone. Yeah. So this is our final target. It might take up to 4 or 5 years to get there because this is on a monthly basis. Like as you can see here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 months. That's a year and what? In 5 months, almost 1.5 years for this market to get to a point, like you see. So even with retracing, it was over an area. So from this area, we're going today, we know it's going to take up to 2 to 3 years. So yeah, it's a very long term way of trading this one. So if you are a high time frame trader, like if you're those kind of swing traders, like who holds for years, long-term investors, you can buy this market exactly where it is right now and put your stop loss down there, and then you hold for over 2 years. I'm telling you, come back to me and give me an answer. Very good one. If you're that kind of a trader, but because now we are going into this market with small margins, with small contracts, because we're trying to make a living out of it. That's why we have to find more entries on smaller time frames. But before we do that, we have to understand where the trend is going. Like, let the trend be your friend. So now we are getting the trend. Okay, we haven't got there because I'm still analyzing, but I'm just explaining to those who would like to take these kind of long-term trades. Yes, okay. So from there, so can you see that history is repeating itself here? We've got impulse, ABC correction 2, impulse, correction, another impulse. Okay, so with this impulse now, and then the market comes with a correction. It goes 1, 2. I think let's go on a lower time frame so that some other people will understand this language. I'm gonna do this. All right. Okay, so we're from there, and then remember we said this is our 3, right? So in this position we would want to and then the market, it came the was this structure here, and then we put here structures so that everyone can see what we're talking about. So this was how this wave 3 was constructed, and then it came like that to that point. So here there was a fake breakout from the hammer, then the market went. So in this scenario for these 3, can you see that it was actually formed in this way? It was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us this 1, to give us a 2, to give us a 3, 4, 5 to form this 3, right? So those are called what we call smaller waves. They are called waves inside waves, whatever. Then you've got an A, B, C correction for 4. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this 5. And then that gives us our 3, right? So and then it adds up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give us this 3, and then they hit the trend, right? So now we want to talk about this portion. Can you see this portion? Now in this portion, we saw that there was this trend line. The first 2 points, this major one and that major one. Let's change the color into yellow. It's going to be the time frame. but it's fine even on red, on white like that, sorry. And then can you see also on that other one? So this was a channel as well. Can you see this was a channel? So ladies and gentlemen, the other thing when you're taking profit, when you have a target, like let's give a scenario where your target is one. You don't have to take profit on one. You put your take profit just below one, maybe on 9.5 to 9, but my range normally is 8.5 to 9 if your target is 1. If I say 1, I'm trying to say 1.00. So in this case, like I'm going to talk about this channel. As you can see, there's a first point, a first touch, and then a second touch there, right? But check now, with this touch, it didn't reach to this trend line. But because my target is there, so can you see that I took almost about 80% of this trend? Because my 100% was supposed to be from there to there, right? But then me, I took profit from this point to that point, right? So I left this gap. So as you can see, if you are to average this trend, it means that I took almost about 85% to 90% of my what of my trade. So that's how you do your take profit. So leave the market, leave a room to what to breathe. It's like when you are okay, whenever you buy what the fuck? Okay. What the fuck would position? Yeah. No comment.